Mario Steve, not the greatest of matchups for Mario, but I've from the region that I am from, South Florida, I've definitely seen players like Dominator put in some crazy work here in this matchup, but see if NotBrayden can sort of pull up the same sort of clutch factor here. Already off to a really strong start though.
Yeah, just a lot of really explosive presence. The cape off stage, getting the early gift. NotBrayden holding no punches to start this off.
Oh my god, alright, the double down air already almost lapping him in percents here. Oh my god, okay. I don't know if anyone saw the startup of that forward air.
Oh, but that's
coming online there. Up there in there.
Just the startup that time around. A very clean conversion. NotBrayden, making this look like a very easy matchup, which might I remind you all, this is Steve. Like, this character breaks people mentally, emotionally, and everywhere in between. Not NotBrayden, though. Maybe the nod is for not like us, not the same.
Built different, it seems.
Simply put. And again, that combo game has been going absolutely crazy. On the other side of things, Phaethon, really struggling to get any of those long, drawn-out Steve combos, and that might be
way. Okay,
quite.
Good DI, good DI. I thought for sure because of the rage, it would definitely be an early kill, and an even earlier 3-stock, but thankfully Phaethon able to bring things out with that powered minecart.
Yeah, a much-needed start. Again, once you get any sort of momentum going with Steve, it turns into a absolute landslide. Everything just starts going and it just kind of avalanches all together. Seeing that immediately with the start of this first stock as well. Phaethon, though, not quite back in it just yet.
I feel like it's definitely still doable for him to bring this back. I mean... Oh no. As I say that, oh my gosh, we might see a reverse 3-stock to start things off here. Not only can a character like Steve kill incredibly early, I feel like once Mario sort of loses... Oh! Okay. Never mind, clutch up.
We're chilling. We're chilling. We're not going to be letting that one slip through our fingers just yet. Waking up a little bit, all of a sudden those Steve combos start coming together, and it definitely shakes some people. It's very out of nowhere, but all of a sudden it's like, oh, cool, my entire stock is gone.
Yeah. What I was saying though is I feel like it's gonna be very difficult for NotBrayden to find those kills once he falls out of the percent ranges for those kill confirms to work. Like, outside of the percents for those ladders to stop killing, I feel like without stuff like that up smash we saw, if that didn't kill, it was not going to be easy for him to find another confirm like that, or find another kill like that, rather.
Absolutely. The thing about Mario is he's great if he can get those confirms, get those combos, but he doesn't really have a ton for getting just like a stray kill or that stray damage in. So it's definitely a little bit of a struggle if you aren't finding those confirms. Fortunately, though, up smash is pretty fast, and, if anybody's, remotely disrespectful of your shield, all of a sudden you have a fantastic option to just eviscerate someone.
Speaking of evisceration,
going high to open up. Flipping away. Almost feels like creative mode, but fortunately it is survival. We do have a limit on how many blocks we can place before we gotta start mining it.
Even if it doesn't feel like it, but,
It doesn't feel like it. How often do you really see Steve running out of materials? I mean, it happens, but...
Yeah, unless it's Spargo fighting your local 1-2er Steve, you're not gonna see it very often.
Yeah, most Steve players can consistently find that. And speaking of consistently finding things, again, it feels like it's inevitable for a Steve player to just find something like that back air to just immediately discipline you for even trying to play the same game.
Gosh, right now, definitely a much stronger start than we saw earlier. Phaethon able to bring this to a very scary situation for NotBrayden.
It's a rough spot to be in for sure. Mario does have a pretty explosive factor, so I won't go counting NotBrayden out yet, but this is a rough position to be in, and especially since we were seeing NotBrayden with all that vertical pressure, being on a stage like this that's so tall really feels like quite the burden.
Oh, okay, really good awareness there, realizing that the block was about to break, and Phaethon wasn't going to be able to shield anymore, and just poking with that backer to find that last that last hit he needed for that kill.
Indeed, we're turning that into some immediate momentum, getting some
Oh,
value on
no.
the up tilt, up, and not quite away. Good movement from Phaethon to get out of that combo sequence. Still, though, you got to get out of this corner. You know, maybe just listen to those inner demons who toss out a random minecart. Do what you got to do, but staying there much longer and NotBrayden might make this game a lot more even than you want it to be.
All right, almost getting that punish there with that B reverse back air, but unfortunately not going to be able to get anything too crazy just yet. But that up smash, okay, that is going to be taking the kill. And now things are looking a lot more even, only 50% separating the two. And for Mario, that's just one open up.
Yeah, it's crazy how back and forth this has been. You know, just one party destroying the other, and then the other one being able to just completely shut them back down and get us back to an even game. This time, though, there's a very different thing to worry about on NotBrayden's side, that being the access to diamond pools, which I think is the first time we've seen it so far in this set.
And now things are back to even. I just feel like I should point out, I'm seeing Phaethon pull out a whole lot of, or at least attempting to pull out PMLG. You're going to be seeing it with those Phantom blocks a lot, and I'm very curious to see if that's going to be the deciding factor of this game.
Yeah, you know, I've been seeing a lot of PMLG. I haven't really personally seen it a ton in bracket so far, but it definitely feels like a scary tool, especially because it just kind of invalidates a lot of your kill options in very annoying and probably not intentional ways.
Oh, definitely not intentional. I don't think anything this character does is intentional.
Nah, this was a pandemic character through and through. That back air killing cross stage. I don't care that it's diamond back air. I don't care that you went through all that effort to get those diamonds. Go on.
Also, speaking of not intentional, going for the Phantom block B reverse there.
That felt pretty intentional, and honestly, I mean, that goes kind of crazy. Those Phantom block B reverses.
Oh no, definitely intentional on the hands of Phaethon there. Just not intentional from Sakurai.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, the problem is you would deal with a character that fundamentally, like even Sakurai himself in that presentation said, oh, we had to basically deconstruct the entire game and then rebuild it around Steve. And that's definitely what the meta feels like now, to say the very least.
But still, matter or not, it seems like NotBrayden does have some answers here.
This character may be some ridiculous stuff at times, but through and through, it is still able to be dealt with, and NotBrayden showing that in the first game, and now opening up with so much damage on the second game.
Oh, really good two-frame there with that after attack. Oh, missing the tech?
And we're not gonna. Are we making him? Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Me assuming that Steve is getting gimped is the first mistake I've made tonight.
Hey, I mean, we did see a gimp earlier with that cape, but unfortunately no capes here today.
Not yet. We still got time. Let's not rule anything out.
I love just looking over at chat, and I just see bro. Like, no, that just conveys so much emotion.
It's just pure shock, you know? You see a situation that looks like it fundamentally should kill any character in this game. And then Steve just kind of gets away with it. But I don't want to spend the entire time bashing on Steve. We are seeing some really good awareness through and through. However, it does feel like NotBrayden has gotten a firm grasp on this neutral spacing and pacing, especially on the smaller stage of Small Battlefield.
I do feel like Smashville is a bit of an interesting... You're fine, don't worry.
I'm having a night.
You're good, don't worry. You should have seen earlier, I was mispronouncing every single tag.
It'd be that way. But yeah, yeah, go ahead.
I was like, Smashville is definitely a very interesting case because it's on one hand, having the smaller blast zones means that Steve F Smash and all of those confirms are going to kill a whole lot earlier, but at the same time, it's a whole lot less space to actually move around and just sort of play that more defensive game that Steve's go for. Like, we're not going to be able to see too many like wall camping here, just because it's a lot less space to actually dash back and get those walls set up. Oh, okay, but not gonna get the kill though from the ladder.
Yeah, again, picking small stages against Steve is very much so a double-edged sword. Like, you are committing to the fact that you're going to be playing Rushdown and really in their face, because otherwise you're not getting anything off this stage. And the Steve has to also be aware of that. They're going to be aware that you're going to be trying to blitz them down, get in, past all of their defenses, not give them the time for anything. So they're going to be ready to play that combative game too, especially when you're dealing with a player at Phaethon's level. You're going to be dealing with a lot of explosive interactions up close and personal. Even with Brayden getting that stock, you know, you're still seeing some pretty detrimental trades.
Yeah, in a game of trades, it's really terrifying to go up against a character like Steve. Especially with Diamonds Online, like every single hit that's trading between the two of them is just doing so much more for Phaethon than it is for NotBrayden.
Yeah, and, you know, NotBrayden, though, now kind of benefiting from trades. Like, this is the point in time where you get value out of trades, as long as it's not Diamond back air. That's the one move you just don't want to... I'll be at 0, and I'll still be upset if I traded with Diamond back air. Like, I don't care. It's not gonna kill me, but it just feels bad. Speaking of feeling bad, you know, you start getting hit by those diamond up tilts, that starts feeling bad real quick.
Oh no! Oh, double tech!
The double tech on the checkmate. I have seen that situation so many times. I've never seen somebody hit the tech twice.
I mean, it's called a checkmate for a reason. I thought that was just GG's. But good DI. Yeah, but good DI from NotBrayden. Still staying alive here.
Ooh, the down air not going to be able to connect. This really is such a tense spot for both of them, and you see NotBrayden playing extremely careful as he has to be, tossing out only his safest smash attack in the form of up smash, maybe looking for some of those back airs, but it's certainly nerve-wracking.
Oh, try to set up for a ledge trump, but unfortunately just barely missing it in the back air? That's gonna do it.
I'm sorry. Like, I again, don't get me wrong, Steve getting hit by Jank is one of the fine feelings. That did not hit it.
No, it really didn't. He hit the back air with his head. I don't think you can do that.
You know what? Maybe it's because when he's stretching out like that, he pushes his head forward a little bit, so just that little bit of motion while he's stretching out counts. Either that or, again, you know, Steve is a janky character on every front, dude. He has as many problems that, or maybe not as many problems, but a lot of problems that affect him in the same way that he affects other people. Like, for example, Mario in this matchup has those footstool combos that he can go for that literally only work on Steve because of his weird hurtbox. So, I mean, this character's got some stuff going on that isn't favorable in theory.
For sure. Alright, and trying to see what stage we're gonna be going up to right now. Hopefully, we've seen some really strange counter picks at this tournament. There was a set before, entirely Kalos and FD. So,
hey man, maybe somebody just really doesn't want to deal with platforms. We're back on Town and City. I like this pick from Phaethon, you know, running it back to the last stage you did decent on. I mean, this is definitely a better pick. It gives you those same small side blast zones to work with, which are great for Phaethon in this matchup, as we've seen time and time again. And then you also have the space to actually try to set up Steve stuff. You know, given the opportunity to do so. NotBrayden off to a phenomenal start, just getting hit after hit in. It does appear, again, it's back and forth. You see Steve getting us all the way back to pretty much even. So, can't take it too much for granted, but...
yeah, still staying alive strong here. Even if he was in an advantage, I felt like he, like... oh my god, I feel like he cheated death so many times, but that footstool there, finally gonna be closing things out there for Phaethon.
Yeah, Steve, of course, has the best footstool out of shield conversion in the game with that footstool there. Like, I don't think there's any footstool out of shield options that are more impactful than that.
It's definitely up there for one of the better, like, footstool out of shields. But, at the very least, it's the best at killing.
It's a very scary thing, too, because I'm pretty sure Steve doesn't have anything weird on the what's it called, the jump squat animation. So I think it would still probably be frame 4 out of shield, which again, Steve needs it for sure.
Yeah, I think he needed that too. The up tilt back air doing like 70 for some reason. That
Just
looked
the
like
up
it
tilt in general.
Oh my god! What did? Okay, I'm looking back at the because I also have the Twitch opened up, so it's like a little like 4-second glimpse into the past, and that up tilt back air did like 40.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I assume the up tilt did like 12.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Oh my
All
god!
right,
How the hell did you get that right? You're crazy.
Yeah, managing to get the angle on, managing to predict which side you're gonna end up on with that is insane. That shit almost feels like Rob back air at times with how ambiguous it can be, but getting a lot of value out of it. 40%, you know, not crazy, and also now you don't have diamonds going into this next stock. But I mean, you still are. You're Steve. You're doing just fine for yourself.
Still not. Do you feel like NotBrayden can still bring things back though? I feel like just back air into like up air fair can absolutely close out the set here.
I definitely feel like he was looking for it there, but
oh my gosh! Okay, if that didn't send into a tech chase, that was literally the set.
Brayden though, you know, he's getting it really back to close. And, you know, sitting here on the cusp of taking the set as well, you definitely know he's feeling the pressure, and so is Phaethon, you know, wanting to stay on the winner's side, already on a really strong run with that win over Brujo.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Definitely having a really, really solid run here. NotBrayden too, especially. But, oh my gosh, almost getting that up smash. Wait, that's going to be closing it out. Damn. And that's going to be NotBrayden moving on to winners finals.
Again, just the constant awareness, and it really did feel like throughout that entire set, NotBrayden was just on Phaethon, you know? Even when Phaethon was getting those combos, like, yeah, it's brutal, you're in that Steve blender, it sucks, but NotBrayden, you know, not